Test, test. Hello, everyone, and welcome to Trinity Ball Yard on the campus of Trinity Baptist College for today's NCCAA South Region Tournament matchup between the Bob Jones University Bruins and your Trinity Baptist College Eagles. Now, the starting lineup for the visiting Bob Jones University Bruins. Batting first, the center fielder, number 5, Riley Ramsey. Batting second, the second baseman, number 7, Camden Lance. Batting third, the first baseman, number 9, Conley Burke. Batting fourth, the right fielder, number 28, Pablo Austin. Batting fifth, the designated hitter, number 12, Daniel Barcina. Batting sixth, the third baseman, number 26, Gabriel Swarms. Batting seventh, the catcher, number 19, Cody Kirkpatrick. Batting eighth, the shortstop, number 1, Chad Bain. Batting ninth, the left fielder, number 2, Isaiah Brandt. And Bob Jones' pitcher for today will be number 3, Daniel Williams. And now the starting lineup for your Trinity Baptist College Eagles. Batting first, the center fielder, number 10, Parker Laffery. Batting second, the catcher, number 14, Ryan Ongst. Batting third, the third baseman, number 2, Josh Wharton. Batting fourth, the first baseman, number 5, Will Van Sickle. Batting fifth, the second baseman, number 4, Sammy Coffrin. Batting sixth, the right fielder, number 13, E.J. Alvarez. Batting seventh, the shortstop, number 6, Colby Kennedy. Batting eighth, the left fielder, number 1, Brandon Huang. Batting ninth, the designated hitter, number 24, Darren Goki. And the pitcher for the Eagles today will be number 12, Enrico Sita.
Thank you, Mike Davis, and good afternoon now, ladies and gentlemen, as we're ready for tournament game number 6 here in the 2023 NCCAA South Region Baseball Championship. It's elimination game number 2 for today, featuring the host school, Trinity Baptist College, taking on Bob Jones University. The loser is done. The winner will play tomorrow at 11 a.m. against Carolina University, who defeated Southeastern Baptist College 8-7 earlier this morning. The Chargers of Southeastern Baptist scored 4 runs in the bottom of the 7th, but came up 1 run short. So now Carolina will be ready to play the winner of this game tomorrow morning. Up next after this ball game, the winner's bracket, Fort Lauderdale against Toccoa Falls. Right now, Enrico Sita gets ready to make his first pitch of this tournament. He is facing Bruins center fielder Riley Ramsey. Give you the numbers on Sita in just a moment. The first pitch, fastball in there for a strike. Enrico Sita, no wins, 2 losses, 10.97 ERA, 10 2/3 innings pitched, 15 hits, 16 runs, 13 earned. He has walked 13 and struck out 9. 1 strike on Ramsey. And Sita delivers and gets a drop ball in there for strike 2. Bob Jones lost 6-1 to Carolina University yesterday. Trinity Baptist defeated Southeastern Baptist 2-1, but then had a very tough time against Toccoa Falls. Toccoa won 18-1 last night. And that's the reason we're playing this ball game here today, as that fastball misses outside. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Again, elimination game. Loser is finished. Winner plays Carolina tomorrow. A ball and 2 strikes. Sita, the freshman, with the pitch, and there's a high chopper towards third. Wharton will field, throw to first in time. Sita gets his first man that he ever faces in a college postseason tournament. And with 1 out and the bases empty, second baseman Camden Lance will step up to the plate. Thanks for joining us here on the TBC Eagles Sports Network. I'm Ray Bureau, bringing you all the action of this South Region Baseball Tournament. Camden Lance at the plate. Bases are empty, 1 out. Lance is hitting .209 on the season, 1 homer, 11 RBIs. And the pitch is upstairs. That's ball 1. Riley Ramsey entered the ball game hitting an even .250 on the season. He bounces out to third. Cita with the pitch. There's a ground ball towards short. A high hop, but Kennedy stays with it. The throw gets by Van Sickle, though, and that'll be an error on the Eagles shortstop. That high hop, he pulled it down, still had time to get the runner, but the throw wide and in the dirt. That allows Lance to reach with 1 out. TBC played very solid defense in both games yesterday. Toccoa just brought the hit machines with them. They put 18 runs on the board. In that win yesterday, TBC did not commit an error. And there's a strike from Cita to Conley Burke, who's hitting .318 with 3 homers and 13 runs driven in. At first, 1 out. And Cita checks that runner, now delivers, and misses up and in. That evens a count at a ball and a strike. Bob Jones University in its 3rd season of NCCAA baseball. They are also transitioning into the NCAA Division III. Here's the 1-1, and a breaking ball gets the inside corner for strike 2. And the Bruins doing that in all their sports. So we'll keep getting a look at Bob Jones University as long as they're members of the NCCAA. A ball and 2 strikes. Cita from the stretch. High fly ball to center. That's Parker Lafferty. Very sure-handed, and he makes the catch for out number 2. 2 outs with a throwing error sandwiched in between, and Pablo Austin is at the plate for the Bruins. Austin's hitting .286, 1 homer, 9 RBIs. The Bruins have homered 15 times as a team. They don't do a whole lot of running, only 10 for 20 in stolen base attempts. That's as a team. Lance at first base, he's 1 for 3. Cita has 2 out, checks the runner over his back shoulder and uncorks a wild pitch, so no stolen base necessary, as Lance will scamper into second base. Pablo Austin with a chance to drive in the run. He has done that 9 times this season. Bob Jones 4 and 26 overall, counting yesterday's ball game. Trinity Baptist 13 and 28. 1 ball, no strikes, swing and a miss. Good high fastball that Austin tried to chase, might have been over the zone, but the count's now 1-1. We had a good one here earlier. Carolina was able to hold on, get that final out, and advance to tomorrow. And Cita's fastball is up and away to run the count to 2 balls and a strike. Cita from the stretch gets a good look at the runner at second. Coffrin holding him on. Swing and a miss. That is strike 2. Coffrin's at second. Van Sickle at first. Wharton, we just saw make a play at third. Kennedy at short. Left fielders Brandon Huang. Center field Parker Lafferty and E.J. Alvarez in right with Ryan Onks behind the plate. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, and a pitch. Strike 3 called, and that retires a side. Cita froze the hitter, and he leaves that runner stranded at second base. No runs, no hits, 1 error, 1 left. After a half inning of play, we have no score. We'll be back after this 30-second message from the NCCAA. Enrico Cita an error, but nothing else off him in the first. And now Trinity Baptist will come to bat in the first time, facing Daniel Williams, who has no wins and 7 losses on the season. Daniel Williams has pitched 37 1/3 innings. He's allowed 71 hits, 80 runs, 71 of those earned. He has walked 35, and he has struck out 27. He's allowed 7 home runs. Trinity Baptist as a team has homered 4 times this season. Parker Laffery will lead it off. He's in center. Ryan Onks, the catcher, will bat second. Third baseman Josh Wharton will hit third. The middle part of the batting order for Trinity will be first baseman Will Van Sickle, second baseman Sammy Coffrin, and right fielder E.J. Alvarez. Rounding out the batting order, Colby Kennedy at short, Brandon Huang in left, and Darren Goki Jr. is a designated hitter. Defensively for the Bruins, Isaiah Zay Brandt is in left field, Riley Ramsey is in center, and Pablo Austin plays right. The infield is Gabriel Swarms at third base, Chad Bain at short, Camden Cam Lance is playing second base, and Conley Burke at first with Cody Kirkpatrick, the battery mate of Daniel Williams. We started the ball game just a few minutes ago. For those of you just joining us, scheduled at 11:30, but due to the long-running first game of this day, we got started just after 12 p.m. So you've missed, if you're just now joining us, only the top of the first. And now Parker Laffery will lead things off for the Trinity Baptist College Eagles in the bottom half of the first. So Parker Laffery steps in. He's leading off. He's hitting .306. Takes the first pitch for a strike. No homers, but 29 RBIs for the Eagles center fielder. Taps this one foul. That is strike 2. Bruins wearing those really nice looking baby blues with the navy blue sleeves and the white pants. TBC in the all whites. 2-strike pitch to Laffery, and it got him swinging as that ball dipped out of sight. Really nice pitch from Daniel Williams. These two teams did not meet in the regular season, so they are unfamiliar with each other head to head. That's usually an advantage to the pitcher. Ryan Ongst at the plate, hitting .426 after yesterday's performances. He's driven in 11 runs, and he takes the first pitch for ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. Williams delivers and gets one in the zone. Count is 1-1 on Ryan Onks, the TBC catcher. And this one is down low. That's ball 2. Onks was a catcher in Trinity Baptist's win yesterday, the DH against Toccoa. Now back behind the plate. And this one called a strike. Onks did not like it. He thought it was low and outside. But the count, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Ongst, first team All-South Region member for 2023, takes one in the dirt. TBC also has 2 players on the second team, pitcher Michael Cardenas and third baseman Josh Wharton. Here's a 3-2 to Ongst. Ground ball towards short. That's going to be bobbled, and the throw to first is wild. Ongst will stop right there. Burke got the ball with his glove enough to keep the ball from going toward the dugout. That's going to be an error on the shortstop for the bobbled play. And now Dylan Owens will run for the catcher as he usually does. So each shortstop has committed a boot and a wild throw, but that throw saved a second error charge to the shortstop. So Josh Wharton will bat with a man at first, 1 out. Owens, good speed at first, and the pitch is a high chopper towards second, could be 2. The flip to 1. Wharton hustling will beat the throw to first and keep the inning alive. Well, Lance had to wait for the ball to come down. Josh Wharton too fast. Fielder's choice. Runner at first, 2 men out. 4-6 on the putout. For Bob Jones, first baseman Conley Burke is an All-South Region second-team player. So congratulations to all the men in this game who earned All-South Region honors. Wharton off first, and a pitch to Will Van Sickle. It chased one low and fouled it off. Wharton is 6 for 7 in stolen base attempts. Will Van Sickle batting .190 with 15 runs driven in. Wharton kind of a moderate lead at first. And strike two on the fastball to Van Sickle. This is it. Do or die for both teams. 0-2 to Van Sickle. And this one is well outside for ball one. Outfield playing Van Sickle to hit the other way. If he can get the ball past Burke and keep it fair, he could run a long time. 1-2, there goes the runner. There's a ground ball that Burke is able to snare. Van Sickle hit it that way. The ball took a funny hop, but Burke was able to get his glove on it and step on the bag to end the inning. That ball gets by. Wharton scores all the way from first. An error, but no damage done, and after one, we have no score. Enrico Cita had a nice inning, just a bobbled ball, actually a wild throw, allowed a runner to get on. He did not allow a hit. He didn't walk anyone and struck out one. Same thing really for Daniel Williams. So they have even stats through the first inning. Cita will now face Barcina, Swarms, and Kirkpatrick in inning number 2. Trinity Baptist won the coin flip, so they elected to be the home team. In our next contest in the winner's bracket, Fort Lauderdale against Toccoa, with Toccoa Falls being the home team. First pitch from Cita to Barcina, who chases one well out of the zone. Daniel Barcina trying to get a rally started here in the second. 178 coming in, a bouncing ball towards short. Kennedy, it's going to be a tough throw and not in time. Kennedy did everything he could, and Barcina with the somersault. Fortunately, he's all right. Pops right back up with a big smile on his face. He has himself an infield single. Absolutely nothing that Kennedy could do with that. He had to wait for the high hopper to come down, and then the hustle from Barcina. So a runner at first, nobody out. First hit of the ball game for either team. And Gabriel Swarms at the plate for the Bruins. Cita's first pitch is in there for a strike. Swarms hitting .247, 1 homer, 14 RBIs. Also doubled twice. As a runner at first, nobody out. Again, the Bruins don't run a whole lot, but that's still very possible as this tapper towards third goes foul. No, Wharton says foul, but the umpire says fair. Wharton was in foul territory, but the ump had a really good look at it and said that ball stayed fair, and that will be a base hit for Swarms. 2 infield singles, nobody out. Bruins now looking to cash in. Cody Kirkpatrick has homered once and driven in 4. He's hitting .221. Cita with the first pitch, popped up and out of play. Tough to tell from up here. Wharton's entire body was in foul territory. That doesn't matter. What matters is where the ball is, and still in front of the bag. That is the home plate umpire's call. 0-1. Cedar in a little bit of a mess. A couple of infield singles. And a pop-up that will get out of play for strike 2. So no balls, 2 strikes. Long look in by the right-hander. Big pitch with 2 on and nobody out. Checking that runner at second. Coffrin now comes in behind the runner, and Cita steps off. Top of the second. Bob Jones at the plate. And that fastball misses up high. Ball and 2 strikes. Cita takes a long look, now delivers from the stretch and gets another one fouled out of play. Count remains 1-2. Barcina, a chopper. He beat the throw to first. Swarms, that slow roller that stayed fair. He's at first. Still 1-2. And Cita delivers. Got him swinging. No, he got a piece of it. I didn't even hear the ball tick the bat. But that's a foul ball. Count remains 1-2. Kirkpatrick, you talk about just getting the smallest piece of one. Ball and 2 strikes. And a pitch on the way. There's a drive into left field. That's a base hit. Barcina will stop at third. Huang made a good throw, a little bit off the mark, but he got to the ball quickly and made sure that Barcina had to put on the brakes. 3 straight singles to start the inning. That's the first one hit with any authority, but all of them count just as much. Now with nobody out, Chad Bain, the shortstop, at the plate. Little infielders, they'll trade a run for a potential double play. Corner infielders in, they'll come home. Strike 1 called on the outer half of the plate. Bain looking fastball. Didn't like what he saw, so he let it go. No balls and a strike. And Cita delivers. Got him chasing one down and away for strike 2. Bain a little too eager with that one, and now getting some advice from his coach to stay back, stay patient. Bain is hitting .254 with 8 RBIs. 0-2 and a pitch. Swing and a miss. A huge strikeout for Cita. Now a double play could get him out of the inning. Isaiah Brandt, the left fielder, at the plate. He's hitting .190. He has driven in 9 runs. Patient man at the plate. He's drawn 13 walks. Again, Kennedy and Coffrin will try to turn 2. Van Sickle and Wharton will come home. 1 out, bases loaded. And the first pitch misses down and away. Cita might have been trying to get Brandt to chase like he got Bain to do a couple of times. This is a big at-bat for Isaiah Brandt. And ball 2 is up and away. As I just said, he'll take the walk if given. He has done that 13 times. Two balls, no strikes. That's ball 3. One more like that puts the Bruins on the board. 82 degrees, winds blowing at about 9 miles per hour. Look like they're blowing out towards right center. 3-0. That's ball 4, and a run is in. Brandt, patience at the plate, draws the RBI bases loaded walk. Barcina, who reached on the infield chopper, he scores. Swarms at third and Kirkpatrick at second. 1-0 Bruins. First walk allowed by Sita. Now Conference at the mound, just between the two battery mates. The bases are still loaded with one out, and Riley Ramsey at the plate. Sita will work from the stretch with the bases loaded. First pitch to Ramsey's in the dirt and blocked by the catcher. Ramsey grounded to third his first time up. Same defensive alignment, middle infield back, corner infielders in. One ball, no strikes. Sita delivers. And there's a tapper right off the batter's toe. That's a foul ball for strike one. Count even at 1-1. Sita had a very easy first inning with those infield singles that put him in a mess, and he just walked in a run. There's the 1-1. Low and outside for ball two. Swarms at third. Kirkpatrick at second. Brandt at first. There's a shot towards third, caught by Wharton, and he gets the double play. Line drive, Wharton diving, caught the ball actually behind his body, had the presence of mind to tag the bag with a glove and get his pitcher out of a big mess for the Bruins. 1 run on 3 hits and a walk, and they leave 2. And we go to the bottom of the second. Bob Jones leads 1-0. What a play by Josh Wharton on the dive, and then tagging the bag to double off the runner. Gabriel Swarms, very close play. And now TBC coming up to bat in the bottom of the second. 5, 6, and 7, Sammy Coffrin, E.J. Alvarez, and Colby Kennedy. Facing Daniel Williams, 1 inning, no hits. There was an error, but he didn't allow anyone to cross the plate. His first pitch, Coffrin didn't like the call. Looked low and inside from up here, but that's strike one. Coffrin's batting .258 with 12 RBIs. And that one in the zone for strike two. No balls, 2 strikes. A good swing by Coffrin, but he fouled it back. Count remains 0-2. Williams delivers and misses down low. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Sun has started to peek through the cloud cover, and this one is way outside. That's ball 2. There's a small 2-foot concrete wall back there. The ball hit that and bounced right back to the catcher. Runners on base, no one now, but runners on base have to be aware of that possibility. Line drive towards second, and 1 hopper into right field. That ball took a little bit of a hop. That's going to be a base hit for Sammy Coffrin. Of course, we'll check on how that one does get scored. It looked like it took a hop to the left of the second baseman, Lance. E.J. Alvarez at the plate. Alvarez has homered 1 time. He has driven in 19. Coffrin runs well. He's at first. That went down as an error, and a bunt popped up, and that's not going to get the job done. Alvarez unable to get down the bunt, so Coffrin returns to first. And Colby Kennedy at the plate. Kennedy hitting 194, 1 homer, 15 RBIs. Coffrin aboard on the E4. And the first pitch low and inside. In an elimination game, we don't really care what that's marked. To get that runner on base and then get him in. 1 ball, no strikes. Kennedy fists this one foul and out of play. Williams has gotten ahead of the hitters so far. Coffrin did hit the ball pretty well, and it did take the hop, but scored E4. Here's a 1-1. That one misses inside for ball 2. Brendan Huang on deck, followed by Darren Goki. Two balls and a strike. And this one is a little bit inside. That's ball 3. TBC has a potential tying run on base. 1 out. Kennedy ahead in the count 3-1, and a pitch. Ball 4, and now that tying run has moved into scoring position. That's the first walk allowed by Williams. Really the first man he's fallen behind. And now Brandon Huang at the plate. Gabriel LeBron injured yesterday's ball game against Southeastern Baptist. He may not return. Huang's hitting 200, takes the first pitch down low. He has driven in 4. Chance to make it 5, and that would tie the ball game. Coffrin and Kennedy both run well. They're on the base paths. And a strike at the knees, evens a count at 1-1. Bob Jones got a run in the top of the second. Trinity Baptist now trying to even it up. Ball and a strike to Kennedy, and a good breaking ball that Kennedy, or Huang rather, didn't want any part of, so he took it for strike 2. Huang has a whole lot of room on the ground to the right side. Lance playing up the middle, trying to hold the runner close. And Huang tried to hold up, but spun around, and that is strike 3 and out 2. Second strikeout for Williams, and now Darren Goki, the winning pitcher against Southeastern Baptist in yesterday's win. He's at the plate. Pitched 4 1/3 yesterday and getting that win. He takes the first pitch, fastball, inside for ball one. Now just one run to score. Right now he's trying to allow his teammate to score. One ball, no strikes, and he takes one down low for ball two. Goki's hitting 179 with 3 RBIs. Two balls, no strikes, and the pitch. And a curveball for a strike. On 2-0, he gets the breaking ball in the zone. And Goki took that one all the way. Not the pitch he was looking for. Counts 2-1. Ball 3 is in the dirt. Nicely blocked by Kirkpatrick. 3 balls and a strike. Williams from the stretch. Doesn't even look at the runners. Knows he has to get the batter, and strike 2 called at the knees. No argument from Goki. Count is full. 2 outs. Runners will be going. Good opportunity for Trinity Baptist. They had 2 on with 1 out. And a pitch. Ball 4, well outside. Loads him up for Parker Laffery. Laffery batting with the bases loaded and 2 out. Let's see if he has another one in his bat, and Eagles fans know what I mean. Something he's done a lot of this season with the bases loaded. 29 RBIs, and now a balk is called, and that's going to tie the game. Sammy Coffrin scores unearned run because he reached on an error, but we're tied 1-1. Kennedy to third, Goki to second. And Williams with the pitch to Laffery. And there's a strike on the inside corner. No balls and a strike. Well, take that 3-run double out of your mind. Maybe a 2-run hit. There's a cue shot towards second. Laffery's hustling. The throw gets away. Both runners will score. Laffery will stop right there at first. And the Eagles lead now 3-1. That will be an error on the shortstop. No RBIs credited to Laffery. But both Kennedy and Goki cross the plate. And TBC leads 3-1. All 3 runs unearned, but they're on the board and count just as much, as I always say. Pitch to Onks, a high chopper towards second. The throw to first in time, and that ends the inning. However, Trinity Baptist, 3 unearned runs, no hits, 2 walks, and 1 man left. After 2, it's Trinity Baptist 3, Bob Jones 1. Enrico Cita now finds himself with a 2-run lead at 3-1. Let's be honest, some gift runs by Bob Jones, a couple of errors. That wild throw let 2 runs score, and now Cita has a 3-1 lead. He has allowed 1 earned run in 2 innings on 3 hits, 1 walk, 1 strikeout, 1 wild pitch. And Camden Lance will start things off for the Bruins, followed by Conley Burke and Pablo Austin. 2, 3, and 4 in the batting order. And Cita ready with the first pitch. It's high, pop, foul, and well out of play. So no balls and a strike. Fort Lauderdale and Toccoa will follow, and that'll be it for today's action. We'll be back here with game beginning at 11 a.m. tomorrow. Carolina University against the winner of the game you're watching now. 1 strike pitch from Cita. And that one misses low and inside. Count 1-1. Trinity Christian Academy Conquerors. Many of our Eagles fans know about them. They're playing a playoff game here on this field tonight against Bowles. And we here in Jacksonville know that's going to be a marquee matchup. There's a high fly ball to right. Alvarez coming under it and making the catch. 1 out. And it brings up Conley Burke, the first baseman. He flew out to center his first time up. I'll be doing that high school game tonight as well, so good thing my voice is in good shape. 2 ball games tomorrow, 1, possibly 2 on Thursday, depending on what happens in the opener on Thursday. 1 out, base is empty. Cita from the stretch delivers, and a good breaking ball for a strike. The Fort Lauderdale Eagles are heading to the backfield. They'll get some warm-up time. They're ready to take on Toccoa Falls. The 1 strike pitch from Cita, fastball for strike 2. Burke, not sure if he was a little unhappy with himself for taking it or unhappy with the call. 0-2. There's a lefty in the Bruins bullpen. He's starting to throw. Cita delivers and misses downstairs. One ball, 2 strikes. Cita delivers and a high fly ball to right. Alvarez camping under another one and making the catch. 2 outs, base is empty. That Bruins pitcher in the bullpen warming up is Noah Weaver. At the plate, Pablo Austin called out on strikes to end the first inning. 2 outs, base is empty. Cita works exclusively from the stretch and gets the first pitch, but low and outside. 1 ball, no strikes. And a pitch from Cita. Fastball that misses outside for ball 2. Counts 2-0. And Cita ready with the 2-0 delivery, and that one is low for ball 3. Daniel Barcina waiting on deck. He has scored Bob Jones's run. Weaver has finished his tosses in the bullpen. Let's see if he comes out to take the mound or if they stick with Williams. And there's a strike, running the count to 3-1. Three balls and a strike, and a pitch on the way, ball 4. Even Williams wasn't sure himself. He waited for the umpire to make the call, and now he'll walk on down to first. Walk number 2 issued by Enrico Cita, and it brings up Barcina, who beat out that high chopper to short and ended up scoring a run in the second inning. Pablo Austin at first. Sita's pitch. It's a high pop-up to the left side. Wharton over near the fence, but he'll run out of room. It's into the batting cage area. Nothing but a strike. Pablo Austin 1 for 1 in stolen base attempts. Medium length lead. Started to flinch as Sita checked over his back shoulder, not going, and the pitch is low and inside. 1 ball, 1 strike. Count is 1-1. And Sita delivers, and this time misses outside. Ryan Onks wanted that call, but he didn't get it. Counts 2-1. Two balls and a strike. Looked like the runner was flinching as if he was about to take off. He might just be trying to get Sita to balk, and Sita gets one by the hitter. Coaches know who's on the mound. You have a freshman out there in his first college postseason game. Here's a 2-2, runner not going. There's a line drive towards left. That ball's going to get past Wang and roll up to the fence. Austin around third. He will score. Kennedy's throw to the plate. It is in time. I spoke too soon. Wang to Kennedy to Onks, and that ends the inning. 7-6-2 on the putout. Credit Barcina with a double to left, and a fantastic defensive play by the TBC Eagles. We go to the bottom of the third with Trinity leading 3-1. Noah Weaver has come out to take the mound for Daniel Williams. 2 innings, 3 unearned runs. None of those runs were his doing. He had a couple of defensive lapses behind him, but Weaver now in as the Eagles come to bat in the bottom of the third. What a fantastic throw to the relay man Kennedy, and then Kennedy fired a missile at Ryan Onks. Very close play, but Onks got the tag on, and that kept the run from scoring. Austin was racing as hard as he could. I'm still thinking there's no way they're going to get him, but they did. Josh Wharton will lead things off, followed by Will Van Sickle and Sammy Coffrin. 3, 4, and 5 due up in the batting order. Noah Weaver on the mound for the 17th time this season. He has started 1 game, 39 2/3 innings pitched, an ERA of 6.35. He has allowed 40 hits, 30 runs, 28 of them earned. His problem has been finding the zone. He has walked 28 men, but he's also struck out 26, which is not a bad total in 39 innings. He has allowed 4 home runs. Josh Wharton at the plate, reached on a fielder's choice in the first, hustled down the line to prevent a double play, but didn't get any further than first base. So Noah Weaver takes over for Daniel Williams. Weaver is a sophomore from Suffolk, Virginia. Last pitched against Carolina University on April 21st, 3 2/3 innings. The Carolina Bruins touched him for 7 runs. And Josh Wharton will lead things off for Trinity Baptist, and TBC leads 3-1, batting in the bottom of the 3rd. And Weaver's first pitch to Wharton is low. 1 ball, no strikes. Wharton, 1 homer this season. He got that last weekend down at Florida National. 1 ball, no strikes, and a pitch. Hot shot, but right at the third baseman Swarms, and he swarms it up in his glove and makes a good throw to first. So 1 out, and Will Van Sickle at the plate. Van Sickle grounded out to first, his first time up, so nothing out of 1. Weaver with the pitch to Van Sickle, a breaking ball in there for a strike. Well, Wharton hit that ball really hard, but it went directly at the third baseman, a 1-hopper. 1 strike pitch to Van Sickle. There's another hot shot. This one will find a hole up the middle, and Van Sickle is aboard with his first hit of the game. First hit allowed by Noah Weaver. Van Sickle doesn't do a whole lot of running, not the fastest Eagle. So in case you're wondering about that, he is 1 for 1, actually 1 for 2. 1 steal, 1 caught stealing. Sammy Coffin at the plate. Let's see if he swings away or lays down the bunt. There's already an out. Coffin is swinging, and he pops this one up to the left side. It's going to be Swarms making the catch. 2 away. E.J. Alvarez at the plate. Tried to bunt his first time up, but popped it up right to Burke, the first baseman. 2 outs. Alvarez, when he gets hold of one, he can drive it a long way. Some good pop. And takes a strike. Weaver's gotten the breaking ball in the zone. Playing Alvarez to pull. A lot of room to the right side. Tries to go that way, and he pops it foul over the net. And actually, it's going to slice back in. I lost sight of the ball. I thought it was well out of play, but I had some backspin to it. Conley Burke knew where it was the whole time, and he made a terrific one-handed catch up against the fence. Honestly, I had no idea where that ball went, but Conley Burke did, and that ends the inning. 1 out single for Will Van Sickle. Nothing else, and after 3, it's 3-1 Trinity Baptist. What a nice play by Conley Burke. I lost the ball, but he didn't. He made a terrific one-handed catch up against the fence. That ball was actually over the fence, but had some backspin and came back into the field of play. So both defenses making really good inning-ending plays to keep the other team off the board. Top of the 4th, Gabriel Swarms, Cody Kirkpatrick, Chad Bain, the scheduled hitters, 6, 7, and 8 due up. Enrico Cita, 3 innings, 1 earned run. He's allowed 4 hits, 2 walks, 1 strikeout. Gabriel Swarms has 1 of those 4 hits. He's the man who hit that slow roller that stayed fair. Wharton tried to sell it that it was foul. The umpire didn't buy it. And the first pitch from Cita. Breaking ball, chopped towards third. Wharton scoops and throws in time. Nice play by the Eagles' third baseman. And 1 away. Cody Kirkpatrick got a very solid line drive single into left in the second inning. Remember, the Bruins had 3 consecutive base hits. That's the only one that was hit with any authority. Ended up getting to second base. 1 out, bases empty. Cita's first pitch, fastball for a strike. No balls and 1 strike. 1 out, bases are empty. Breaking ball in there for strike 2. 2 good pitches by Cita. Nothing in 2. Pitch on the way. Another breaking ball, but this one stays inside. That's 1 ball, 2 strikes. Cody Kirkpatrick trying to get on base and start a rally. And the pitch on the way misses outside. Count even at 2-2. Looked like Kirkpatrick wasn't sure himself. He started to lean back toward the dugout and then held up. Here's a 2-2. Breaking ball misses outside. It fills up the count after Kirkpatrick fell behind 0-2. He's worked it full. Three balls, 2 strikes. Cita with the pitch. Ground ball towards third. Wharton, throw to first, 2 away. Josh Wharton's been a busy man over there at third base. He already has 3 assists and 2 putouts. Chad Bain at the plate. Strikeout victim his first time up. So far the only one for Cita. Doesn't matter how you get him out, just get him out. Cita's done just that. And the first pitch for a strike. This young man's looking really sharp here in the first 3 2/3 innings. 1 strike to count. Breaking ball, got him swinging for strike 2. Of course, have a well-experienced catcher, a junior back there behind the plate, calling the pitches. And Cita, the freshman, executing those pitches really well. Here's the 0-2. There's another ground ball, this one towards short. Kennedy, a long throw, gets away. Here's a runner on his way to second. He turns back to first, and Onk's backing up the throw. They got him. It is an infield single for Chad Bain. He had beaten the throw, and then Ryan Onk's backing up the wild throw, 2-3 on the final putout, as Bain caught trying to take another base. So Cita faces 3, allows 1 hit, and that ends the inning. Bottom of the 4th coming up. Trinity Baptist 3, Bob Jones 1. Trinity Baptist throwing out base runners at the plate, and then at first base, officially it goes down as trying to take second. Ryan Onks did his job, backed up the throw, and fired a strike to Van Sickle, who put on the tag. So now TBC comes to bat in the bottom of the fourth, leading 3-1. 7, 8, and 9 due up. Colby Kennedy, Brandon Huang, and Darren Goki. Facing Noah Weaver, who allowed a base hit in his only inning so far, but nothing else. You got a couple of pop-ups and a ground ball. Well, Kennedy threw out the runner at the plate. Then that low throw got by Van Sickle, but again, Ryan Onks doing his job. Many times, catchers won't get over there, and they're the only ones able to get there to make up that backup throw. Paid off for the Eagles, and now Weaver will face Colby Kennedy, who walked and scored in the second. Bob Jones got on the board first with 1 run in the top half of the second. TBC was gifted 3 runs on some defensive errors, and they lead 3-1. Those were in the bottom of the second. Here's the first pitch to Kennedy. Goes down low and fouls one off. 3 balls and a strike. Kennedy digs in, moves up in the box a little bit, and Weaver delivers, and a high pop-up off the fists. Burke has already made 1 good play, and this time he does run out of room. Maryland, I saw the ball that time. All right, Marilyn Gordon sitting next to me, the official scorekeeper. And Jaquez Anderson running our camera, and Ohana Brown working the scoreboard on the field. No balls, 2 strikes. Pitch on the way, and this one is up and in. Jaquez, a member of the Eagles men's basketball team, South Region runners-up. What a great season you guys had, but you met up with a terrific Toccoa Falls team. Here's a 1-2, and that fastball misses upstairs. Ohana, member of the softball team, struggled early in the season, but the team came around and got some wins against some NAIA competition and nearly beat a couple of Division II teams. High pop fly to right. That should be easy for Austin, and he puts it away for out number 1. So 1 away. Brandon Huang at the plate. Went down on strikes his first time up. Kennedy got that one right off the fists. Weaver keeping the Eagles off balance. Here's his first pitch to Huang, and a breaking ball for a strike. Weaver not throwing all that hard, but his breaking ball has just enough bite to it to make it tough on the batters. 1 strike pitch. There's a looper into right. That's going to be caught by Austin. The ball just hung up there for him, and he was able to get under it and make the catch. 2 outs for Darren Goki, who walked and scored in the second. The 3 men who scored for Trinity Baptist reached on an error, a walk, and a walk. They got 3 runs without a hit. That's taking advantage of opportunities. Here's Goki. Takes the first pitch, fastball for a strike. Toccoa Falls in the bleachers. They're about to head over to the warm-up field as they get ready to take on Fort Lauderdale next. No balls and a strike, and that one breaking ball misses outside. That field back there behind our right field, that is an actual game field, not just a warm-up. Trinity Christian at JV and middle school play on that field. The varsity's played a couple of games as well. Here's a 1-1, and that one misses outside. 2 balls and a strike. So they're not out there in just dirt and grass. That field is primed and ready for them to warm up and get ready for this afternoon's ball game. Here's a 2-1 to Goki, and he takes one inside for ball 3. If he reaches, Lafferty would bat next. Three balls and a strike, 2 outs, bases empty. Swing and a miss. Goki pulled off that one. And it is 3-2. Three balls, two strikes. Weaver shakes off a couple signs, gets one he likes, and delivers a 3-2. Ball 4 misses upstairs. That's the first walk allowed by Weaver. Lafferty at the plate. Second time that Goki has drawn a free pass, one from each pitcher. And Lafferty at the plate reached on an error in the second. It was that play that the throw went wild and allowed 2 runs to score. Goki, decent speed at first. Doesn't do a lot of running. Has a modest lead. And with the lefty on the mound, he'll be careful. First pitch from Weaver to Lafferty is driven into left field, but that's going to hang up and go right to Isaiah Brandt, who took 2 steps in and made the catch. Lafferty tagged one right on the button, but unfortunately right at Brandt. So the Eagles get a 2-out walk, but nothing else. And after 4, Trinity Baptist leads 3-1. Bob Jones comes to bat in the top of the 5th, trailing 3-1. Enrico Cita, 4 innings pitched, 1 earned run on 5 hits. He has walked 2, struck out 1. He will face Brandt, Ramsey, and Lance, 9, 1, and 2 in the batting order. Both starting pitchers, well, Enrico Cita and in reliever Noah Weaver, throwing the ball very nicely. Williams did a nice job. Those runs unearned were not his fault. So all 3 pitchers have thrown the ball well. Cita's first pitch, swung on and missed. Brandt pulled his head out on that one, got behind it for strike 1. Brandt drew a bases-loaded walk in the second that brought home Barcina with the game's first run. That one bounces for ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Fort Lauderdale and Toccoa next. Toccoa Falls will be the home team. Fort Lauderdale will bat first. That one misses inside, and that's ball 2. Wind is starting to blow out now more towards straightaway center field. Not all that hard, about 8 miles per hour. The 2-1. There's a ground ball to third. Wharton knocks it down, picks it up, throws in time. Josh Wharton kept his body in front of the ball and the ball in front of him. A low throw, but Van Sickle usually very sure-handed over there at first. And again, Josh Wharton, a very busy man today. The last 3 outs, not counting that out at first after the base hit and the wild throw, all 5 threes. So Wharton, again, very busy. Riley Ramsey, he has twice hit the ball to Wharton at third. Last time, Wharton turned it into a double play. And a breaking ball for a strike. That was a line drive, diving snap by Wharton, who then tagged third base with the glove to end the inning. No balls and a strike. There's a reason that bag is called the hot corner. There's a one-strike pitch, swung on and missed. Ramsey went golfing and came up empty. No balls, 2 strikes. And Cita delivers the 0-2. Line drive, one hopper towards Coffrin, who made a nice pick and got the out at first. That ball seemed to handcuff Coffrin, but he stayed with it. Gained control with his throwing hand and got the out. So 2 outs with the bases empty for Camden Lance. Sharply hit ball right at Coffrin. Lance reached on an error in the first. Fly out to right in the third. Cita's first pitch to Lance, a fastball for a strike. No balls, 1 strike. 2 outs, bases empty in the 5th. High pop foul, this one is out of play. No balls, 2 strikes. And Cita with the pitch. And this one cued toward the first base coach, and he muffs it. Wow, Coach, you got to make that play. Maryland, give him an error. That's a ball that's got to be caught. Here's a 2-strike pitch, and we'll give you the benefit of the doubt on that one, Coach. It's out of play. Now, who was that just leaped over the fence? Go get that ball. 0-2. Cita delivers. There's a looper into right. Alvarez coming on fast on the dive. Did he catch it? No, the ball's on the ground. Alvarez picks it up, gets it back into Coffrin, but that's a base hit for Camden Lance. Almost a very spectacular play. Alvarez got a glove on it, but he was parallel to the ground in the air. And the ground may have jarred that one loose. Great effort by Alvarez, but a base hit for Camden Lance. 1 on with 2 out. Conley Burke at the plate. A couple of flyouts to his credit. Lance at first. Cita delivers and misses outside with the fastball. Lance is 1 for 3 in stolen base attempts. 1 ball, no strikes to Burke. There's a high chopper towards third. Wharton will go to first, and that retires the side. No runs, 1 hit, 1 man left. Bottom of the 5th coming up. TBC 3, Bob Jones 1. Trinity Baptist comes to bat in the bottom of the 5th, leading 3-1. Ryan Onks, Josh Wharton, and Will Van Sickle at the plate. Noah Weaver, 2 very good innings, 1 hit, 1 walk, and that is all he has allowed. in relief of Daniel Williams, who was pretty good himself. Two very costly errors in the second inning allowed TBC to score 3 times. Sita doing very well for the Eagles as well. Now 5 innings pitched, just 1 earned run on 6 hits. So Weaver will finish up his warm-up tosses and then face Ryan Onkst, who was 0 for 2. Trinity Baptist 1-1 in yesterday's action, beat Southeastern Baptist 2-1, but then had a really bad time against Toccoa Falls, and Toccoa scored 18 runs. They brought their big bats with them. Bob Jones played Carolina terrifically for 6 innings, but Carolina then scored 5 runs in the 7th to pull away and win it 6-1. Here's Ryan Onkst at the plate. The winner plays tomorrow against Carolina. The loser is finished. Weaver's first pitch to Onkst, swung on and fouled back. No balls and a strike. Wharton on deck, followed by Van Sickle. Nothing in 1 and a pitch. Breaking ball popped up to the left side, foul territory and out of play. Right-hander in the bullpen for the Bruins. Nothing in 2. Weaver delivers, fastball misses outside. Can't quite see who the Bruin warming up in the bullpen is. And a breaking ball got Onkst swinging, and that's out number 1. Good curveball by Weaver. And the Bruin in the bullpen is Jerry Parker, whom we saw in yesterday's ball game. He's starting to throw pretty hard out there. Josh Wharton has been very good defensively at the plate, 0 for 2, and he takes the first pitch. I believe that was called a strike, if I saw that correctly. The pitch to Wharton is grounded towards short. Should be an easy play for Bain to throw to first in time, 2 away. Van Sickle at the plate. He is 1 for 2, batting with 2 outs and the bases empty. Wharton got that one a little bit off the end of the bat. And an easy play right at Chad Bain, who made a good throw. Two outs, bases empty, bottom of the 5th. Breaking ball up the middle. Bain will cut it off behind the bag, throw to first in time. Another good play by the TBC or BJU Bruins shortstop. 1-2-3 go the Eagles in the bottom of the 5th. After 5, Trinity Baptist leads 3-1. Enrico Cita has had himself a really nice afternoon. 5 innings pitched so far, just 1 earned run on 6 hits. He has walked 2 and fanned 2. He does have the heart of the batting order to deal with now, though. Austin, Barcina, and Swarms. And Parker again warming up in the Bruins bullpen. Noah Weaver has been really good himself for Bob Jones. 3 innings, just 1 hit and 1 walk. Here's Pablo Austin taking the first pitch for a strike. He has struck out and walked. Cita from the stretch. 0-1. Fastball bounced towards third, but foul. No balls, 2 strikes. Cita well ahead of the hitter. I'd like to see him put a slow curve on the outside corner here. Let's see what Ryan Ongst has in mind. 0-2. And a fastball. This one is fouled away. So no balls, 2 strikes. Again, the wind blowing out towards center, about 8 to 10 miles per hour. It's been like that all day, wind blowing. Not really hard. 0-2. Cita delivers. High pop foul and another one out of play. Count remains no balls, 2 strikes. Cita from the stretch. There's a hot shot into left field, a base hit, and a good job by Austin fouling off a couple of 2-strike pitches and then getting one into left field for a leadoff single. Tying run now coming to the plate in Daniel Barcina. Hit number 7 for the Bruins. Barcina has singled, scored a run, and doubled. Cita's first pitch. 3rd time that Barcina has seen the young right-hander, and that one almost hit him in the foot. That double led to the throw out at the plate that ended the 3rd inning. Ball, no strikes. There's one pulled towards Van Sickle. He'll drop the ball. No force out, but he does get the out at first. Tried to turn and make the throw before securing the ball, but he does get the out. So 3-U on the putout. Austin advances to second. Good job by Van Sickle. The presence of mind, knowing he no longer had the force, got the sure out. Of course, a very well-experienced senior over there at first base. Actually now a graduate. TBC had its graduation this past Saturday. And swinging a foul tip, as did all the colleges here in Jacksonville. UNF, JU, Edward Waters, and Trinity Baptist. 0-1. Pitch on the way, and another foul ball. That's strike 2 to Gabriel Swarms, who was 1 for 2. Infield single and a ground ball to third. No balls, 2 strikes. Cita from the stretch, checks that runner. Coffin holding him close. Tried to get the batter to chase, but no swing, and that's ball 1. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Tying run at the plate, Gabriel Swarms. Pablo Austin at second. He singled and advanced on the ground ball. Time called. And Cita took a little too long, and that's called ball 2. So 2 balls, 2 strikes. Second time we've seen that in this tournament. Swing and a miss. That's strike 3. So the time violation didn't bother the young right-hander. He came back with a fastball and got Swarms swinging. That's his 3rd strikeout. It brings up Cody Kirkpatrick, who is 1 for 2. And pitch is down low. 1 ball, no strikes. And Sita from the stretch. 1 check of the runner. And a pitch on the way is a breaking ball for a strike. 1 ball, 1 strike. And Sita again checks out runner and delivers. Fastball right down the middle. Bullpen action for Bob Jones has stopped, so we'll see if it'll be Weaver or a new man on the mound in the bottom half of the inning. Sita checks that runner. And a high fly ball, shallow center field. Lafferty calls off Alvarez and makes the catch. Leadoff single gets to second, but no further. And as we go to the bottom of the 6th, Trinity Baptist leads 3-1. Bottom of the 6th, and it will be Noah Weaver coming back out for his 4th inning of work. 3 innings so far, he's been almost untouchable. 1 hit, 1 walk. Will Van Sickles, the only man to get a base hit. For TBC, it'll be Coffrin, Alvarez, and Kennedy as they look to add some big insurance runs with a 2-run lead. Let's look ahead to the top of the 7th. Chad Bain, Isaiah Brandt, Riley Ramsey due up for the Bruins. 8, 9, and 1. Enrico Sita has been brilliant. We'll see if he starts the 7th. Dylan Waters got the save in yesterday's win against Southeastern Baptist, but he pitched 2 2/3 innings in so doing. Sammy Coffrin will lead things off. He has scored a run. He's 0 for 2 officially. And the first pitch is grounded towards short. That's Bain, who's been very steady in the throw to first in time. 1 pitch, 1 out. Exactly what the coach would love to see from the left-hander on the mound, who's been terrific. E.J. Alvarez, 0 for 2, a couple of pop-ups. Coffrin hit the ball pretty well, but right at the shortstop in a routine play. 1 out, base is empty for Alvarez. That one misses up and away. One ball, no strikes. High fly ball, shallow center field. Ramsey coming in and making the catch on the run. 2 up, 2 down, and it brings up shortstop Colby Kennedy, who walked and scored in the 2nd. And then he had a fly out to right in the 4th. Nice play by Riley Ramsey, charging in and making the catch on the sprint straight in towards second base. Number 6 pitching, number 6 hitting, and a high drive down to left field line. Will it stay fair? That ball is foul. It one-hopped the fence, and Kennedy will come back to the plate. That ball just barely foul. I was able to get a look at it myself, and the correct call was made. Kennedy has one home run this season. Made a bid for number 2. No balls and a strike. Swing and a miss at a pitch that dropped out of sight. 2 outs, or bases are empty. Weaver trying to keep it 3-1 and give his offense one last chance in the 7th. Strike 3 called, and that will retire the side. 3 up, 3 down. Go the Eagles in the bottom of the 6th. Bob Jones comes to bat in the 7th, trailing 3-1. It is 8-9-1 due up for the Bruins in the top of the 7th. 3-1 Trinity Baptist. All 3 runs coming in the 2nd inning. And the run for Bob Jones also coming in the 2nd inning. Enrico Cita will get a chance to finish this one up. He's been terrific. First pitch to Bain. Swung on and fouled off. Bain jumped out of his shoes for that one. Got a piece of it. 0-1. Bain, Brandt, and Ramsey due up. If anybody gets on, Lance, Burke, and Austin. 1 strike the count. And strike 2 on an off-speed pitch. Cita, 6 innings, 1 earned run, 7 hits, 2 walks, 3 strikeouts. No balls, 2 strikes, and a pitch. High pop-up. Coffrin and Kennedy both there. It'll be Coffrin making the catch. 1 away. Cita and the Eagles 2 outs away from advancing to play Carolina tomorrow at 11. Not over yet. Isaiah Brandt at the plate. Has an RBI with a bases loaded walk in the 2nd inning. Grounded to 3rd his last time. One out, bases empty. Cita's first pitch. Misses low for ball 1. One ball, no strikes. There's a ground ball to 3rd. Wharton scoops, throws to 1st, 2 away. Cita and Eagles need 1 more out. Riley Ramsey at the plate. He is 0 for 3. 2 ground outs and a line out. If he reaches, Camden Lance would bat next. Lance in the on-deck circle represents a potential tying run. Toccoa Falls checking out the end of this ball game. They're playing Fort Lauderdale next. That game's scheduled to begin at 2. Swing and a miss. We're going to call Enrico Cita our player of the game right now. 6 2/3, trying to get the complete game victory. No balls and a strike to Ramsey. That one misses down low. That's ball one. One ball, one strike. There's a chopper foul to the left side, and Cita's ahead in the count. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Daniel Williams on the hook for the loss, even though those runs were not his doing. 1-2, 2 outs, and a pitch. Ball outside. Counts 2-2. Cita looking for his first college win. This is his first postseason game. The pitch, check swing, and he went around, and that's the ball game. A little bit of a delay on the call, but Enrico Cita strikes out his 4th man, and that one ends it. Final score, Trinity Baptist College 3, Bob Jones University 1. That means the TBC Eagles will take on the Bruins of Carolina University tomorrow at 11 a.m. in an elimination game. Both teams have already lost once. Bob Jones is out of the tournament along with Southeastern Baptist, who lost to Carolina earlier today. That game again will begin at 11 a.m. Right now, in about a half an hour, if you like offense, you might enjoy Fort Lauderdale against Toccoa Falls, the number 2 and number 1 seeds. Toccoa number 1, and they are the home team, having won the coin flip. Cita, 7 innings, 1 earned run, 7 hits, 2 walks, 4 strikeouts. Daniel Williams, 2 innings, 3 unearned runs, no hits allowed, 2 strikeouts and 2 walks. Noah Weaver, a terrific job in relief, 4 innings. He allowed just 2 base runners, 1 hit and 1 walk. Well, that's going to do it for us here for this ball game between Trinity Baptist and Bob Jones University. Fort Lauderdale and Toccoa Falls is up next. You're watching TBC Eagles. I'm Ray Bureau. Stay with us.